Welcome back to another coffee talk here at Gen X POV, where the brew is dark, the truth is bold, and there is no sugarcoating. We're Gen X. We really do need to be watching our sugar intake these days, right? So it's that time again, Super Bowl time, the Super Sports Ball Bowl. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to admit something. I don't give a damn. I really don't. I am not interested in the Super Bowl whatsoever, and I haven't been for several years. And the reason being is they politicized it. They politicized it with the whole kneeling at the national anthem. And ever since then, it's just left a bad taste in my mouth. And this is coming from a guy who used to run a fantasy football league for several years. I think I ran a fantasy football league or was involved in running the league for almost 10 years. And it was a big deal. Like, it was a big deal. We had a routine every Sunday, and my kids got sick of it during football season because every Sunday it was, I would get up early in the morning. I start a crock pot full of homemade chili that, yes, I made from scratch. And then I would bake off some baked potatoes in the oven, and we would do chili, or you could do a loaded baked potato type thing with chili and cheese and sour cream and all the fixings, as we say, and watch football like all day long. That's all we did. And have our laptops up and checking the stats. We did it through Yahoo Sports. I don't even know if Yahoo does fantasy football anymore, but it was quite the big deal. I actually had a trophy made the year that I won the league. It was a beer stein mug with my season records, my season scores on there and who I won and lost in the championship. I made a real cheesy video one year for the Super Bowl. Maybe I will find it and tack it onto the end of this video for our championship run. And my team, because, yeah, I've always been a coffee guy, my team was called the Star Buccaneers. I think I won 2007. That's how long ago it was. But this weekend, I don't even know if I'm going to watch it. I mean, the only thing I'm interested in is, does Patrick Mahomes get the three-peat? And even then, I don't care if he does. I mean, is it cool? Yeah, great for him. But ever since they politicized it, I just don't enjoy it anymore. And I don't understand why celebrities and athletes and musicians, they think that their opinion somehow matters more because they're famous and make a lot of money. I don't think that necessarily should be true. You know what I mean? I mean, one doesn't justify the other. At the end of the day, I just want you to entertain me. That's it. I don't want to see you kneeling for the flag that represents the very freedom for you to do that and disrespect it. It just seems morally reprehensible to me to do that. So, yeah, and it reminds me of, a lot of the conversation as a gamer, Gamergate, where they politicized a lot of video games and were putting a lot of woke things in video games for a very long time. And there are things that have come out recently in the news that are talking about how there were actual government agencies paying gamer news organizations to push that agenda. And I feel like we saw that a lot in sports over the past few years. Even my beloved baseball, which I still watch baseball and I still love to watch the games, but even it hit baseball eventually, but just for a second. It wasn't very long lived in baseball, thank God. And I was never more disappointed. I think I stopped watching the Rangers for an entire season because they kneeled. It wasn't the first game, opening season. It wasn't the first game that year, but it was like the second or third home game that some of them kneeled along the baseline as the national anthem was playing. And I think a lot of fans rage quit the season because of that. And baseball has not dared to traverse that line again from what I've seen. They've left that in the dust. And I think a lot of that ideology absolutely needs to be left in the locker room, because that's not what we want to hear. We get enough of that in our daily lives and in our interactions with each other and the world. When we sit down to watch a game or pay money to see a game, we don't want to think about any of that. We want to be entertained. We want to root for our team. We want to have camaraderie with those people who we may not agree with, politically speaking, but yet we can come together under the banner of our team and cheer them on to victory, or wallow in misery if they suffer a loss, and head to the sports bar and raise a pint or two and gird up our loins for the next game coming up, which there's always another game, folks. There's always another game. I was thinking about that a lot, and I know there's going to be a lot of coverage this weekend for the Super Bowl and Super Bowl of sports ball, as I like to call it. And I just want people to remember that there's a lot of craziness in the world right now, politically speaking, and if we can come together for a game like this and put aside those differences and just enjoy the beauty of the game, right? Then we should be able to do that in several aspects of our lives, and leave the politics for when discussing politics is necessary, because it is. But then the rest of the time, we're all in this together. We're all sharing the same problems. We all worry about pretty much the same things when we sit down at the kitchen table and start looking at finances in our future, right? So I'm just saying, let's leave the politics in the locker room and let's just enjoy some things this weekend. If you're a Super Bowl of sports ball watcher, enjoy the game. Have fun. I don't know if I'm going to be watching it or not. I may just skip it altogether. So if you feel like it, let me know in the comment section exactly who you're rooting for and if you're going to watch the game or not, or if you've got other plans for the weekend, which are totally valid. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the comment section.